So as a follow-up to the previous video, configuring Trimble Connect Sync app and synchronizing the projects, we started looking at this CAD viewer demo that only has the CAD files and the PDF files folders, and then inside the CAD files, it's got the drawings. Now, when we went to the Connect Sync app and we went there and we clicked on sync, there was nothing shown to sync. That's because we had already synchronized it previously, so there's no changes to sync. That was what we quickly looked over at the beginning of it. I went on to a different project that like the sync project here that had data. Now you can see here this has a change in the state parking that we can upload. You can also show only uploads, only downloads, look at conflicts, that type of stuff. But if we go back to this one here, we synchronized it. So if we take a look at our folder, we do have those two files, but we don't have the other typical Trimble SiteWorks folders, which is like the work order, the background images, and that. So what I'm going to show you is when you go into SiteWorks and you create a project, you'll see that folder still exists. It's here. That is the project that we can select. It asks us, we're missing that at site XML. We'll go ahead and create that. That's fine. Now it says project. We'll click OK. And we'll create another work order here called, I'm just going to call it demo staking site. And then when I click finish, our design, just like we did before, we'll call it parking. We will go to the design line work and we will go into CAD viewer demo. And under CAD files, you'll see we've got CAD files, PDF files, and work orders. If you look over here, you see work orders is created because we created that file. Now, if I go into CAD files, we've got all our other projects or other drawings anyways. We click on site plan, we'll accept that, finish, and accept here. It's going to load all that and it's going to create a design. So we should see another folder here. Right now we've got our design folder plus our demo over here. So if we go ahead and connect in just like we did before, we can go through this emulator I have. That's what I'm using. We'll click no and then click accept. We don't need to complete the calibration. And now we've got our data, right? So we would go ahead and measure data, stake out data, do what we need to do to this. And then you'll notice when we actually do go back to our sync folder. So this is what you would have to do, once you create that project, it would make sense to come back into that CAD viewer demo, click on sync, and now you'll see that we have a bunch of files that are here that we want to synchronize. We're not going to worry about the conflict. The conflict is because we have SiteWorks open. If we close SiteWorks down, so let me cancel that. We'll go into SiteWorks and let's go ahead and exit out of SiteWorks. And now when we go into that synchronize, it's going to look, still has a conflict there. We'll see what that is. So it looks like there's a version that is that's up there. That's fine. We're going to ignore it. It's not a problem. And now when we click on synchronize, everything will get synchronized back to Connect. So it's going back to the cloud. And you'll see we had no errors, so that was good. And now when we go into our Connect project and we go back to here or back into the project folder, now you've got all those other folders, our work orders, everything's synchronized. All we got to do is click on the one button to sync. We don't have to load it on USB. We don't have to attach it to an email. This is sending the data to and from your controller all through Connect. So now we're able to go back into our work orders, into our demo. If we did export out that data, we would have a DXF here that we'd be able to open up inside the Connect CAD viewer and manipulate if we needed to. But again, this now stores all your data in the cloud. So if your controller ever got wiped out or somebody dropped it or whatever, you needed to restore all your projects, you have a backup of your project. So really advantageous to have a Connect account and connect your controller to the web, right? So now you can send data back and forth. It's backed up. You can use the CAD viewer to create your as built and your data prep, and everything is there for you. So again, hopefully this gives you an idea how you can use Connect in concert with Trimble SiteWorks and create a workflow to easily, you know, take your CAD data, create a data prep file, send it out to the controller, do some collection measurements, as built and whatever, and bring it back. We're going to have another guide similar to this data prep guide called as building. So we're going to kind of show you, you know, once you collected the data, now how do you bring it back into Trimble Connect in the CAD viewer? And we'll throw a title block on it and some annotation and make it look like a map that is a printable document. So look for that guide here, and add that to your library.